What everyone says about that old beloved venue. United Center, certainly a great home as well. We're underway. First period brought to you, per usual, by Toyota. Draw one by Arizona. Here comes Clayton Keller. To the top of the circle, Schmaltz makes the handoff to Keller. Keller curls, fires, scores! Arizona on the board, 1-0.
Well, we told you in our open, Chris, draw one back. Little exchange between a defender and Clayton Keller. Notice the 2-on-1 right there, focusing in on penalty killer, and then it just, that little exchange, that 2-on-1. Vlasic's unable to close on Keller, and he throws a shot into traffic, far side. Kind of pivots with Bjugstad, the big forward for Arizona. Catches him as he makes that attempt on the forehand.
Now Ryan Donato, Mackenzie Entwistle, save Ingram.
1-0 goal by Arizona, no question, Chris.
In the corner, Philip Kurashev sandwiched. Here's Connor Bedard in the crease. Puck trickles wide. We're inside of a minute to go in the first period, and Vlasic has just dropped the gloves with Nick Bjugstad. Bjugstad swung and missed with the right. Vlasic not a fighter. Bjugstad a couple of love taps on Vlasic, who takes him down. And they're still intertwined.
Reached in as Vlasic's coming down. Bjugstad kind of reaches in, grabs a piece of Vlasic's visor, and I think that's what set the big defender off. And the two of these guys end up squaring off.
17, Chicago 72. 5 minutes each.
Good thing Vlasic didn't lose his helmet. Hayton centering Keller and Schmaltz. Coyotes win the draw. Clayton Keller, the first period goal, the only one so far. Schmaltz to Keller, look out! He scores. Keller's got another 11 seconds into the period.
Face off on this one, and again, it's Keller who strikes for the second opportunity. Quick little up to Keller. He buys a little time. Play on the wall, and there's just a couple of little 2-on-1s to take place, and then ultimately Schmaltz is going to lead that into Keller in the interior right there. Beautiful pass, and through traffic, Schmaltz makes a fabulous play. Keller with all kinds of pace coming through neutral ice. Really like the shift from Ryan Donato, a take charge.
Reese Johnson, that shot off the stick of Valimaki. Bedard for Donato. In deep, Bedard for Reese Johnson in front. Score! A greasy puck slips past Ingram, and the Hawks are on the board.
Ryan Donato won't get credit for this goal. And then back on the attack. That gets things kind of shifting. Hawks are ultimately able to occupy the offensive zone, and Connor just kind of puts that back into traffic. Goes off the back leg of Moser right here.
Anderson, make that Dickinson, throws it up to Vlasic. To the net, looking for the stick of Dickinson. Rolling puck, Dickinson's got it. The feed to Vlasic. Vlasic shoots, loose in front, Blackwell scores! We are tied!
Jason Dickinson, he's got his fingerprints all over this one. Beautiful play to Vlasic, lays it off the back of a Hawks defender, and then Vlasic's able to get it down deep. Actually, I think there's a deflection on that. Anderson gets a touch on that before it ever gets to Blackwell.
Bedard drifting to the right. Here's Connor. Dropped off for Kurashev. Circling. Jones back to Kurashev. Kurashev for Bedard. He drags, shoots, scores! Put him away, Connor Bedard. It's 3-2.
One-timer. They threatened that shot, a time or two.
Radish after the puck in the corner, and on the half wall now. Gunther gets rid of the puck and takes a hit from Tyler Johnson. But Logan Cooley now pulls up, centering feed. Soderstrom saves Soderblom. It comes back off the wall, and it's cleaned up by Dylan Gunther. He scores for Arizona, and it's a tie game again.
Said it. Logan Cooley does a terrific job. He checks up, finds a little quiet pocket, makes a play into the interior, The puck actually whistles over top of the net, and I'll tell you what, for Soderblom, that's a nightmare of a bounce. Dylan Guenther, you got to give him credit. Goes to the scoring area. He gets paid for doing it. Lawson Crouse.
Motoring through neutral. Around Liam O'Brien. Foligno, save Ingram, rebound. In the corner, gathered by Vlasic. It's Jared Tenorti. Shot, save, rebound, Kurashev. Bedard jabbing at it. And whistles stop play. There was a penalty call for unsportsmanlike conduct, and Liam O'Brien sits in the box. Here's another power play for the Hawks. Bedard hunting a hat trick today. Bedard, backdoor feed, Johnson scores! Blackhawks grab the lead on the power play.
Possession right off the draw, and a little exchange at the point between Seth Jones and Bedard. Bedard flips positions with big Seth, and then Bukestad's unable to track with him. Connor, beautiful pass, goes back across his body to find Johnson on the far side. And Chris, you can't say enough about how strong the Foligno has been inside that face-off circle. 9 for 12 last night, wins another big one there. Tyler Johnson, and he bangs it in the back of the net.
Well, you saw it just a moment ago for the Blackhawks. 4 goals in the second period.
The Yotes are in trouble, but England did a great job of settling it all down.
Dickinson feeds Jones. Backhanded into the crease. Blackwell's got another one. He scores, and the Hawks go up 5-3.
Jones off guard, but give Big Seth a whole lot of credit.
Bukestad, backhand save, Soderblom, loose puck, up for grabs, there it is. Foligno after it, Coyotes control, but they bring it out to the line. Arizona has it, Hayton feeds Schmaltz. It's off a stick and into the corner. Hayton recollects. Keller looking for Schmaltz. Valimaki stopped by Soderblom. Jones to the high slot, another try. Save, Soderblom, rebound, score. Arizona refuses to yield, and Nick Schmaltz scores against his former team.
At an important time, but I mean, what's a goaltender to do? Stop number 1 right there on Valimaki. Then that big right pad outstretched. He's able to turn it back. I believe that was Keller on the far side. Soderblom with a couple of 5 alarm stops. And then it ultimately kicks back out to Keller. Keller's able to bury it.
A lot of hockey left in a wild game that was only 1-0 Arizona through the first 20 minutes. Reese Johnson leaves the puck for Donato, who plays it to himself. He shoots, and he scores! What a rocket from Ryan Donato!
Tonight, Ryan Donato steps into the draw, ultimately wins it back. There he goes in puck support, little chip to himself. And how about that shot? Gets to the inside of a defender. Reese Johnson does a great job of kind of getting that out in front of Donato. But he's been fronted, Donato has, and still able to...
Tries to keep it away from Seth Jones. Past Guenther, Moser tees up. Keller, what a stop by Soderblom. Keller again, missed the net.
To his left. How about the stretch? The danger in that, though, is where does it go after it hits Soderblom? But Soderblom does a fabulous job of directing it to the far corner.
Dickinson, Donato, save Ingram.
For 98 tonight, and a heavy, heavy workload, as you mentioned, Chris.
That puck kicks off the stick to center ice, and Colin Blackwell jumps on it. Blackwell to the empty net. It's a hat trick for Colin Blackwell.
Big moment and good for Colin. Blackwell on either flank. Puck is kind of chipped out into neutral ice. Blackwell's able to track it down. Very aggressive play by Arizona. Pulling a goaltender with 2:40 and change.
2 goals for Connor Bedard. A hat trick for Colin Blackwell. And as Stu Grimson mentioned, contributions all over the lineup tonight. And Arvid Soderblom, another great performance in net.